Hello, my name's Frankie Puckett. I teach at Paintsville Elementary. I've been there almost 20 years. I've taught special ed the whole time. The grant that I got this year was called Teacher, Are You Ready to Learn? Students, we are ready to learn. My area of focus was to check to see if I gave the students different types of manipulatives and tools and supplies if they would be able to increase their foundational literacy and numeracy skills using multisensory items throughout the day, at home, and at school. I chose this topic because I know that my students love to do things with their hands. They are very hands-on, tactile learners, and they get that at school, but we also wanted to be able to give that to them while they were at home. We wanted them to have the supplies that they use at school to be used at home as well. I had 30 students that participated in this study, and I kept a watch on all of them, but focused mainly on a few of them in order to gauge the pre and post assessments. My students range in ability from ADHD, ODD, OHI, autism, developmentally delayed, and like I said, I have pre-K through 6th grade. I wanted to make sure that with the materials that I ordered and that was graciously awarded to me, that the students would be able to increase their learning. I know that this year has been absolutely totally different from what they have been used to. My students like to be able to be face-to-face, they like that interaction, and they like the things that the classroom has and offers them. Some of the things that I wanted to get with this particular grant was whiteboards, dry erase markers, crayons, wet erase markers, along with some game type activities, file folder games pre-made and ones that I made myself, some items that we ordered from Teacher Pay Teachers to help make items that we could use in the classroom and use when I'm doing virtual sessions with the students. If you look at some of the pictures that I have on here, you'll see some of the items that I've made and want to make. As far as the blackboard goes, the green board actually, I've made magnetic items that my students are able to come up, manipulate, and that are easily cleaned because they're all laminated. And then I can also use them when I'm doing my virtual sessions with the students. We have ID numbers from 1 to 100, basic math facts, word chunks, sight word phrases and sentences, and some reading comprehension materials. If you've noticed, we've made some of the file folder games from the materials that I ordered from Teacher Paid Teachers, and the kids really like it. Some of them we do some extras for, and they get to take home and keep, so they can use them over and over to increase their skills. Here are my students at home and at school using the computer-based boom cards that I ordered from Teacher Paid Teachers. As you can tell, one of them was like, ugh, I can't do this, but they ended up doing really well. Here are some more items that I've gotten from Teacher Paid Teachers, or that I've printed and on cardstock and laminated for them to use at home and at school. We made the booklets so that way they had the story at home, they had one at school, and if mom needed one or dad needed one, we made them one as well. We used letter cubes, color-coded, to help with phonemic awareness, phonics, basic spelling tasks. Here are some photos of the kids as well, working with paper versions, some hands-on activities as far as using tiles and the magnetic board to help spell and things like that. They're outside, they're at their house, they're at the school. So the materials allowed me to have them have the access to what they needed no matter where they were. The data was collected from a pre and post test of math facts involving all 4 operations over one 9-week period. What I noticed is, like I said, I did a couple of different things. I did my 3rd grader, and he started out, his reading comp was 50%, and it increased to 60%, which is, a really good gain for him, though I would have preferred to be a little bit higher. Hopefully the next few weeks that we have in school, it'll keep increasing. His phonemic awareness improved a little bit better, but I do believe that's because he has the material at school, at home, and he's able to use them with his family and to go over them and practice whenever he wants to, because they're his. Now he's taken ownership of them. I wanted them to be held accountable for the reading, math, and writing virtual and take-home tasks that they were given. They were motivated, and they seemed to like the idea that they were given the supplies to take home, because they've never had the base 10 blocks or their very own flashcards or dry erase boards and to help at home. I know that this year has been really tough for them, but it didn't stop the learning. It didn't stop the teaching. It was just a little different way of doing it. We're hoping that next year we get back to face-to-face and continue with using our supplies that we got this year. We really appreciate it. Thank you. If you have any